Aidan Booth here, co-founder of Kibo Eclipse. Now, if you are watching this video, you're probably trying to decide whether or not this is an opportunity that's right for you. So what I want to do in this video is give you a summary, a full recap of everything that we've got here, and hopefully by the end of the video you'll be able to make an informed decision about whether or not this is right for you. Now, before we get into any of that though, I just want to stress and really emphasize that time is of the essence here, because this will be shut down to the public permanently very, very soon. Now, a couple of other very important points is that this is the last Kibo code we're ever going to do. We've done 2 iterations up until now. This is the 3rd iteration. This journey started 2 years ago. This is the 3rd and final iteration that we will ever do. So it's not just a case of us saying, okay, we're closing the doors and you can't come in, until next year. We're saying we're closing the doors permanently and we will not be opening the doors again. And we're doing that because we want to double down and really focus on building our e-commerce business. Now, the good news for people that jump in today is that you will actually get lifetime access to the Kibo code. We've never done this before, but what I mean by this is any future updates that we make, not just in 2022, but in 2023, 2024, and so on, about how we are developing and evolving our Kibo code business. By virtue of getting into Kibo Eclipse, you will get those included and you won't have to pay a dime for any of that. Okay, so a couple of important things from the get-go. So what I want to go through first with you is the general model to hopefully give you an idea about how that works. And what we do to start with is we're selling physical products online. We don't need to focus in on one particular niche. We can sell all kinds of different products on one website. And the first thing that we do is we activate our products on our store, and this means that we suck the products in, we find the products, I'll share how we do that in just a second, we get them into our store. Now, once the products are in the store, the second step is to get free traffic and drive sales. Now, we've got something called our 30-day challenge, and in the 30-day challenge, what we are working towards is getting you to reach your first 100 sales in the first 30 days. And hopefully by the time you reach day 30, you would have done 100 sales, for one, but secondly, hopefully you'll be at a run rate of $1,000 per week in profit. That's part of the first one of the first milestones that we've got on our plan. And once you move from free traffic and sales, get that initial sales and traffic coming in, we then move on to step 3, which is to multiply different marketplaces. And this is one of the areas where Kibo Eclipse is so different to anything that's come before it, because we've got this access to a whole range of different marketplaces now. I think over the past 12 months, even over the past 24 months, the way that people buy things online has fundamentally changed. It was accelerated enormously by the pandemic, and I think people realize now that there are lots of different places that you can buy products online. It's not just about Amazon. There really are a wide range of different places that you can buy products, and as a seller, as an e-commerce store owner, that's great news for me, as long as I can easily integrate into those different platforms. So one of them, huge one right now, is Walmart. Walmart is absolutely enormous. Walmart is actually the biggest retailer on the planet, and in fact it's not just the biggest, it's the biggest by quite a margin, about 50% bigger than Amazon if you take online and offline. And for the past few years, probably the past decade, Amazon has been closely watching everything that's been happening on the online space, and little by little they've been getting all of their ducks in a row to explode onto this online space, and we've seen that started to happen over the past couple of years, particularly in the last 6 months. The growth of the Walmart platform is huge. And this is just one example of, when we say multiple platforms, one example of the different platforms that we sell on and we can leverage a lot of free traffic from in 2022. And there are others that I'll talk a little bit about later, especially social channels, the likes of Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook Shops, Facebook Marketplace, and many, many more that we haven't delved into at all in the past, but are very, very much viable options in 2022. So this is the method right here, and it's about getting you to making money as fast as humanly possible. And we feel like this model that we're using is absolutely the fastest way to make money online. We've seen people who have come in with no prior experience whatsoever get a product listed, and within a few hours of getting it listed, they've literally got their first sale. So that sort of paints a picture of how quick this can all be. And we've got what we call our battle cry, and that is speed, profit, and scale. And that's the name of the game. We want to get results fast. It's really important, I think, from a psychological standpoint, that you get that first win quickly, and that's one of the reasons why we've got this 30-day challenge to get you to 100 sales in your first 30 days. It's really, really important that you've got a high profit margin, obviously, and that's one of the beauties of using the free traffic that we talk about. And it's really important that you can scale, because why should you limit yourself to just a couple of $100 a day when, if you wanted, you could be earning tens of thousands of dollars per day. Just on one of the marketplaces that we're talking about, Walmart, for example, we've done over $35,000 in one single day. So that gives you an idea of, you know, what's at stake here and the kind of growth you can have. And again, that's just one marketplace. So how, though, do we get you from someone who maybe wants to hit the reset button, or perhaps you're a complete newbie to online business and e-commerce? How do we get you from zero to $1,000 per week, which is the first milestone, $5,000 per week in profit, the second milestone, and then $10,000 per week and beyond? The way that we do it is through our different components up here, and these are what I'm going to talk about in just a second. And to be honest, these components build upon what we've done in the past. Over the past couple of years of teaching people, we've taught thousands of people how to use the core Kibo model, the core foundation of the Kibo model, and those people have achieved some absolutely amazing, like staggering results. We've got one guy, Peter, who I spoke to recently. Literally a year ago, he was driving for Uber, and then he wanted to take a change in his life and tried e-commerce. He had never done it before, and now he's earned up to $3,000 in a single day. Another person that comes to mind is Kerry. She and her partner have gone on to build not just one e-commerce store, but 2 e-commerce stores using the Kibo model, which make them $26,000 a day. We've got one guy, Tim, who's doing $2,000 a day. And you know, these results are not typical. These are the results of people who have worked the plan, followed the recipe, put in the work, and you know, they've got the amazing results. But I think it goes to show what's possible. In fact, inside our members area, our community, we've got this really cool thing where people publish their results, and we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who are sharing their wins, and they're making this business model work. And it's something that, you know, if I roll back the clock a couple of years ago, I never could have imagined in my wildest dreams that we would have been able to help so many people make that breakthrough. But that's exactly what we're talking about here, and we feel like we can help you in 2022 even better than the way we've helped people in the past, because of so many of the advancements. So those advancements and the way that we can do this is largely a result of the different components. Now, there are 8 components here that I'm going to walk you through, and it all starts with the training. The training is our recipe for how to, you know, start a business from scratch if you've got no experience, or even if you do have some experience, but how to start from scratch and go through to making $10,000 in profit per week and beyond. And the way that we deliver this training is, well, there are a couple of different ways, but every week we get on a live workshop for members only, and we go through the next step in the system at a high level. And then to supplement that, we break everything out into bite-sized videos. So by a bite-sized video, I mean a video that might be 5 minutes long. And throughout the course of the training, you're going to end up with over 100 of these bite-sized videos walking you through each step of the process down here, which we expand out into a little bit more detail when you're in the members area. Now, not only do we create these bite-sized videos for you, but every single video that we create, we transcribe and we create summary notes of in PDF form. So you can download these, you can consume them however you want to consume them, in your own time, at your own pace. And we've also got other visual aids as well, like mind maps and checklists, milestones, and so on and so forth. This training is what I absolutely wanted when I was starting out. It's what I could have, you know, it's what I dreamt of when I was starting out my online business, but I didn't have it, and it took me 2 years of trial and error to finally sort of break through. But with this training, this blueprint, we can get you to making regular sales every single day, day after day after day, in your first couple of weeks. And you might even see days, you know, possibly even see sales within hours of getting your first products up, like has happened to many of our students in the past. Now, this training is based based on over 13 years of e-commerce experience. My business partner Steve Clayton and I have been building this style of e-commerce website for well over a decade, and everything that we've learnt we have poured into this training. It's absolutely invaluable and unlike anything else that exists on the web for people who are wanting to start a genuine e-commerce business that does incredibly well. That's the first component. The second component is what we call our office hours. Now, office hours builds upon the training, and the difference with office hours is it's where we get into more demo and analysis and just show you what we're doing on any given day. So we're going to do 3 of these per week. By the way, every single type of training that we do, be it office hours, be it videos, be it live weekly workshops, is put into the members area where you can consume them at any time. So if you can't tune in for some reason live, no problem at all. You can go through all of that training in your own time whenever you want to and as often as you want to. So we've got these 3 office hours trainings per week, and this is where you can watch us doing different demonstrations in front of you. It's where we can analyze what we're doing, and not just what we're doing, but where we can even put you on what we call a hot seat, where we analyze what you're doing and help you make those strategic decisions to push forward in your business. Now, in 2021, we introduced office hours to our Kibo Code members for the first time, and we did 1 session a week. What we're talking about here is 3 sessions per week. It's more touch points, it's more opportunities to learn from us, it's more opportunities to get your questions answered live. We're a relatively small group that goes through this, so we really do have that interaction. And again, office hours is just invaluable when it comes to sort of working alongside us. So something I didn't mention in the training is that in Kibo Eclipse, for the first time ever, we're actually going to be building one of these businesses out alongside you, and you'll be able to sort of watch and copy as we go. So the office hours also helps with that. It's also where we can give you the different milestones, make sure you're hitting certain targets and not falling behind. Or if you want to go at your own pace and go a bit slower, that's obviously fine, but you know what the milestones are on a week-to-week sort of basis, and you can slowly chip away and get to them. So huge value there. The third part is arguably one of the most important, and that's our HQ. And the reason why it's important is because this is the glue, the technological glue that holds everything together behind the scenes. It's really a mission control center with a centralized feel to it, where you can integrate multiple different selling channels and control everything from that one location. So I think one of the roadblocks that people have when they try to sell on different places is that if you want to sell on, for example, Walmart, then that's one thing you're going to have to do. If you want to sell on the Facebook Marketplace, that's another thing you're going to have to worry about. And then you sell in your store, it's another thing. And it gets overwhelming. But we've been able to completely eliminate that sense of overwhelm by giving you a one-stop shop, your HQ, where you can control absolutely everything. And the HQ also includes our e-commerce store platform. Now, in the past, prior to creating our own HQ, we used to pay $1,100 a month for Shopify to cobble together something that would do the job for us, and that included a whole bunch of different bells and whistles, and that was just for one store. But ultimately we were cobbling things together that weren't really designed to sort of work with one another. What we've done with the HQ is we've built out what is, in our opinion anyway, the absolute best converting website, e-commerce store that you can possibly build, with all of the bells and whistles in, and you don't have to pay a dime for that when you are a Kibo Eclipse member. Now, if you're not a Kibo Eclipse member, you'll be looking at $499 a month to get access to what we've done with the HQ. This software and the technology behind the scenes is something we've poured an enormous amount of time into to develop. In fact, you can see over here I put 48,000 hours, 48,000 man hours were put into putting together the HQ and Oracle, which I'll talk about next. Now, Oracle is another piece of the puzzle here, and what Oracle does is it eliminates the headaches that people have had in the past with finding products. So in the past, finding a product could be challenging, could be a roadblock, could be a stumbling block for people because there was no easy way to identify a product, and not just identify a product, but know its margins, to know exactly how much you can buy it for, know how much inventory is available, all in real time, but that's exactly what Oracle does by tapping into a database of different suppliers. One of the biggest ones we've got there though is eBay, which is a very sophisticated platform nowadays. It's no longer like a garage sale place. There's a lot of brand new items being sold on eBay from wholesalers that you, regardless of where you are in the world, you can be absolutely anywhere in the world, you can tap into them and you can use that as your source of product supply. Now, you might be thinking, well, why do I need Oracle to be able to do that? Without Oracle, you would only be able to analyze one product at a time. And with Oracle, what we've got is a set of different filters and analysis tools that allow you at the push of a button to sort of drag a few sliders and identify products that meet our special criteria. So from the get-go, you're able to stack the odds of a success with any given product turning into a home run product that makes you thousands of dollars per week or per day, so much higher. You can stack the odds of success in your favor. Now, it gives you, not only does it give you the products that you can zap into your store, and you do that at the push of a button. It's all built into the HQ that I mentioned here. But it allows you to instantly analyze them. It allows you to get them into your product, into your web store in about 7 seconds flat. So you can go from identifying a product, analyzing it in a split second, pressing one button, getting that into your store, and once it's in your store, you can sell it. And once you've zapped it into your system, you can also integrate it into any number of different selling platforms that you want to. For example, you might have it in Facebook shops, you might have it on Instagram, you might have it in Pinterest, TikTok, Walmart, and the list goes on and on and on. And the reason this works so well and is so quick is because of the way our Oracle technology is sort of built in to the HQ. Now, nothing like Oracle has ever existed. We've never had anything like Oracle. We have had product finding tools in the past, but Oracle really puts them to shame because of how effective Oracle is. And it really will be the secret weapon for a lot of people that come in here, and it'll certainly give you an edge over the competition. So the value of Oracle is absolutely gigantic. The next thing we've got, the next component, are what we call the converters. Now, there are two ways that you can make more money from an e-commerce store. One is to get more traffic, and we do attack that in a parallel track. But the other way is by converting more of the visitors that you've got. Now, in an ideal world, this would be something that would just happen in automated fashion. But the way many of the social selling channels sort of work nowadays is people might want to ask you a question, or they might want to make a comment. Like you might have something that you're selling on Facebook in a Facebook shop, and it's free to do this, by the way, and one of the examples we've given is like a dog mat. So you've got this dog mat that's selling in a Facebook shop or another social channel, and someone asks a question about it. What we've developed as just one of the converters is AI technology, artificial intelligence, that will be able to understand what that person is asking, pick up different keywords and different bits and pieces, and then reply to them based on that. So if someone is saying that they want the item, we can give them a link to where they can buy the item immediately. So this is something that can happen round the clock, 24/7. You could be fast asleep in the middle of the night, and you've got this automated conversion technology working for you behind the scenes. This is like having a sales assistant, which is just tireless, working around the clock, 24/7, 365 days a year to make more sales. So that's one of the things, just one example of something here that can massively boost your conversion rate. And it also enables scaling, because in the past we've seen that if you want to be selling a wide range of different products in a range of different selling channels, and you have to have some way of sort of supporting that, especially when there's engagement, it could be quite a big job. But with the technology, the AI technology that we've built here, it's completely automated for the first time ever. I've never seen anything quite like this, and it's an absolute game changer for people that are building e-commerce stores. Now, the sixth component is what we call Socializer, and I've mentioned so far a couple of times about social selling in different social channels, and it's absolutely huge in 2022, and it's part of this big behavioral shift in the way that people are buying products online. It's no longer about going straight to Amazon to buy something. Sometimes people are buying in Facebook shops or Instagram or Pinterest or Walmart or wherever it may be. Now, That's all good and well, but you still need a way of identifying where certain types of products are selling, and also what products are hot at any given time, which products are getting an enormous amount of viral traffic and sales in different places. And that's exactly what Socializer does. This is also software that we've developed. It's web-based. You can go in there, you can use it to identify and then leverage these different opportunities. Now, because this is a system that you can get products up on at lightning speed, literally 7 seconds to get them from Oracle, and you can find almost any product under the sun in Oracle, 7 seconds later get it in your store. If you are able to identify a product that's a hot selling product in a social channel using Socializer, you can then just come and replicate that and have that same hot selling product, viral product, available in your store and sort of piggyback on much of this momentum. So really, really exciting, and unlike anything that we've ever seen before, and certainly in the space of e-commerce and online stores. The seventh component is done for you, and this is all about us just trying to take more of the heavy lifting. So we've got a range of different things that are done for you, including, for example, engagement funnels, where you can literally just copy and paste. We've done all the hard work, we've done all the testing. One thing I haven't mentioned here, by the way, is we spent over $2.41 million in testing many of these different functionalities and bits and pieces. So we've done all that testing and we know what works, and now you can reap the rewards with things like our done for you engagement funnels. We've got copy and paste conversion scripts and landing pages, single product pages, and so much more that are just designed to be completely done for you. And the eighth component, and for me this is, again, arguably the most important of all, it's certainly invaluable in my opinion, is the support. And we take great pride in really trying to provide the very best support in the business. The support team behind Steve and myself with the Kibo Code is a group of people all over the world who have been working with us for the past couple of years, including our first 2 iterations of the Kibo Code. And these are people that not only work sort of behind the scenes on support desk and being able to reply to emails and so on and so forth. These are people that are actually doing this, building their own businesses. So they know what it takes to succeed, and they understand just inherently how the business works. They know it like the back of their hand because they're in the trenches actually doing it as well. And that kind of support is just invaluable. And then when you think that you've got access to them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, it's just, you just can't put a price on that. That can be the difference between succeeding with a business like the Kibo Code and Kibo Eclipse, or not being able to get it going. Now, our support team is so good that they will sometimes just jump in there and do things for you. Or, for example, if you've got something that you can't quite figure out, maybe they will film you a screen capture video and send it to you personally to address and to show you exactly how to do something. Or maybe there's a little setting that you don't quite know how to do inside your store. We will just go into your store and do it for you. And I can promise you that in 13 years of running these style of e-commerce stores, and in 2 years of helping people with the core Kibo foundation, the core model of the Kibo Code, there is not going to be any kind of a hurdle or obstacle that you could face that we wouldn't have seen in the past. So this is, again, enormously valuable. Now, beyond these 8 core components, we've got a few other bits and pieces as well. For example, we're doing a live 2-day event, which is virtual, so you can enjoy that from the comfort of your own home. And this is where we get in expert speakers, and it allows us to go off on a little bit of a tangent and talk about some of the things on the fringes of our e-commerce business. And just share more tips. And the whole idea is that you're going to be able to get the experience of going to a live event without having to tune in, without having to actually travel anywhere, go to a hotel or any of that stuff. You can enjoy it from the comfort of your own home. To put this value in perspective, we've done live events like this in the past, and for a 2-day live event we would charge $2,000. You're getting the same thing here, only that you can enjoy it from the comfort of your own home. We've also got different things like achievement badges, which are designed to help you sort of gamify what you're doing, and you get these badges and they'll appear at different places in the community and the members area when you hit certain milestones. So you'll get your first sale and you'll get a certain achievement badge. You'll hit $100 per day, you'll get another achievement badge. We found this to make things really fun, and it's just so rewarding seeing people level up through these different badges, and I think you're gonna really enjoy that as well. And of course, we've got the 30-day challenge, which is the 30-day challenge to get you hitting the ground running and getting through to your first 100 sales in your first 30 days and your first sale as quickly as humanly possible. Now, this is just unlike anything that you would have seen before. Something I didn't mention at the start is our members who have been through the first 2 iterations of the Kibo code have collectively tested over 458,000 products. They've had 458,000 products listed in their stores. They've had over 100,000 customers come and purchase things through their stores, which are powered by the HQ and our special store platform. So the reason I'm sharing some of these numbers with you as well is because I want you to understand that this is not something we've just whipped together overnight. This is something that is incredibly in depth, and at this stage it's also very, very mature, and you're going to benefit all of the rewards of that. Our members have done, and the Kibo code has resulted in over $47 million just in the past couple of years. So, if you put that in perspective, hopefully you can see here that this is unlike anything that you could or would have ever seen before, and we've certainly ramped up. If you've been involved with the Kibo code in the past, or maybe you've heard about it in the past, you might be wondering, how is Kibo Eclipse different? And it's different for lots of different ways. I mean, for starters, we've got a whole range of new marketplaces. We've got a whole set of new technology that eliminates some of the headaches and pitfalls that have tripped people up in the past, and it's just faster with lower risk. It also eliminates so many of potential headaches, essentially. So there's no risk at all, but one of the reasons that there's no risk is because you're not buying any inventory. You never buy inventory up front. You only buy inventory once you've already sold the inventory and you've got the money for it. This is called drop shipping, and that's, again, sort of the core model that we're using here. So you don't have to worry about buying inventory up front. You don't need any money for that. No ads. Later on in the training, when you are making lots of money from free traffic, we'll show you what we do with ads, but it's completely optional, and you certainly don't need to do it from the get-go. This is something that we can look at later as more like an advanced module of training. No expensive software. I mentioned earlier how prior to having the HQ, which is this amazing game changer, we used to use Shopify, and before that we used WordPress, which was incredibly clunky. But Shopify, we would have the monthly Shopify cost, and then by the time we had added on all the different apps and stuff, it was costing us $1,100 just for one store, and then if we wanted another store, it'd be the same thing again. So it could get very expensive with different bits and pieces of software, but you don't have to worry about any of that here, because it's all 100% included in what you're getting as part of Kibo Eclipse. There's no dealing with Amazon. Amazon has become a marketplace that's incredibly competitive. They've hiked up their fees, and I know a lot about that because I do millions of dollars myself of sales, selling our own brands on Amazon. And I can tell you that it's not what it once was. The glory days of Amazon, when you could make millions of dollars there, was a decade ago. And that's kind of what we're seeing with social selling and Walmart now. But Amazon has become a bit of a headache, and certainly a lot more competition. It's still a great place that you can build a business, but I don't think it's the path of least resistance, as we say, certainly not in the space of e-commerce. You don't have to worry about dealing with China. So in different e-commerce models, sometimes you'll have to buy physical products, and you'll buy them in bulk from, a lot of the time, China. All of the products that we sell are located in the United States, and that's one of the criteria that we've got built into Oracle, whereby that the products that you're selling are already in the United States, and that solves a whole heap of different problems. There's no admin headaches either. So in the past, people have needed things like reseller certificates, businesses, and lots of different about things like this that you just don't need with the way that we run our Kibo Eclipse model. So the headaches have gone. You don't need any special experience. We've had people come in, all different ages, from all corners of the globe. You can be located absolutely anywhere and run this business. That's one of the beauties of it. And you certainly don't need any experience. In fact, if you're someone who wants to hit the reset button or is a complete newbie, then I almost think that that's an advantage, because you're going to start with a completely clean slate, and you're going to be like the best student as we work through our recipe, following diligently step by step by step. So you don't need any special experience, and I would even say that having no experience is somehow can be a benefit. There's no geographic barriers. So with some business models and e-commerce in particular in the past, it's been a huge benefit to be able to be in the United States. I know firsthand that that's been the case in the past because I don't live in the United States. But with what we're doing with Kibo Eclipse, you can be anywhere in the world. Right now I'm in Argentina. Most of 2021 I was in New Zealand, and you can run this business from literally anywhere in the world, and you're not going to be blocked out or have these extra hurdles to cross just because you're not in the United States. So that's good. And another big thing about 2022 and Kibo Eclipse is there's no single point of failure. So you've got a whole smorgasbord, a whole menu of different ways that you can sell products. We've never had the ability to do this before because we haven't had the technology that's been able to tie it all together, but we do have that now, and we've got the free traffic and everything else that I've spoken about. So we don't have any single point of failure, and what this all adds up to is no risk. Now, the other reason that you've got no risk is because you can get into this today and you've got a 30-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee refund period. So we really want to make sure that you can have complete peace of mind and confidence in making your investment with us here today. So you know that you've got 30 days when you can change your mind. And I think that's really important because it's one thing for me to share all of this with you here today, but what you really need to see is you need to see it for yourself, and you need to see if everything that I'm talking about is just as wonderful as I'm saying once you're on the inside. And that's what you can do here today. You can literally take it for a test drive, and if you change your mind in 29 minutes or 29 days from now, we will give you all of your money back, no questions asked, no hard feelings. In fact, I'd say to you, congratulations, at least you gave it a shot. Didn't work out, you changed your mind for some reason, that's fine. But look, good luck for the rest of your business, things that you do in the future. Now, it's not just a 30-day money-back guarantee either, because we've got a double your money-back 60-day double your money-back guarantee as well. Now, the way this works is, and the reason we can do this is because we are just so confident in our ability to take you regardless of your background, regardless of your own ability, but we're so confident in our ability and our processes and our tools and technology to get you to the point where you're making sales, that if you're not making sales and you've followed the recipe and you're not making sales in your first 60 days, we'll not just give you your investment price back, but we will double it just for good measure. So one way or another, you are going to win by taking this program. You're either going to win because you are making money, you follow the recipe, and you're making money selling physical products online, or if that doesn't work, you're going to get double your money back. So there's absolutely no risk in jumping into this and taking the leap of faith. If you're struggling to make a decision about this and decide whether or not it's right for you, I would just urge you to ask yourself the question, what's the worst that could happen here? Because there's so much upside, and when you look at it objectively, there's very, very little downside. So let's look at the risk. You've got zero financial risk because you've got a 30-day guarantee where you can jump in, see what it's looking like on the inside. If it's not right for you, you can ask for your money back. We'll give you your money back, no hard feelings, no questions asked. You've got our double your money back guarantee for 60 days. So if in 60 days you're not able to make sales through the system and you've used you've been through the steps and you're just not able to make it work, then we will not only give you your money back, but we will double your money back. Okay, so from a financial point of view, you've got absolutely nothing to worry about. You've got 100% free traffic, so you don't have to use ads or anything like that to get going. You can see money coming in from the free traffic, and this is completely untapped. I mean, this Walmart opportunity alone, and that's only one of them, reminds me of the glory days, the good old days of Amazon, where so many people became millionaires because they were in at the right time on the ground floor of Amazon. Well, Walmart is that opportunity today. In fact, in all the years I've been doing e-commerce, I can't remember an opportunity as big as the one that we're getting into right now. This is like the perfect storm when it comes to e-commerce, because there are so many new marketplaces that you can sell on, and you've got this amazing software that sort of ties it all together and gives you the ability to be able to do it, that there's really, it's just an unprecedented opportunity. And again, what's the worst that could happen if you get in here? Now, when we put this program together, we thought long and hard about the price of Kibo Eclipse and what we would sell it for. And initially we had settled on $9,997. And part of the reason for that was because you're getting lifetime access to this, something we had never done before, but also because it's the final Kibo, and you're getting the benefit of everything that's come before, a lot of new bells and whistles and completely new training. Now, Steve Clayton and myself have a $12,000 a year mastermind, and the kind of comprehensive training that you get here is comparable to that. So we know that this has definitely got a value of $9,997, but we also know that that would put it beyond the reach of most people who need it the most, and that's ultimately why we decided to sell it at a much more reduced rate. But when putting this together, we also asked ourselves, what would be the ultimate course? If we could put everything that someone could possibly need into this, what would that look like? And we thought, well, okay, well, they're going to need completely new training because everything has changed in the last 6 months. They're going to need a whole new set of tools to be able to sort of leverage all of these, these changes and developments in the online e-commerce space. They're going to need absolutely top-notch support, and they're going to need different done-for-you elements, and ideally some of these different software converters like the AI technology as well. And then we set about actually building that. And the benefit that this gives us is we were never focused on just whipping something together, packaging something up and selling it for the bottom dollar. We wanted to put something together that would genuinely change lives and to stack every potential benefit in your favor to give you the most success or most chance of success possible. And that's really what we did here, and I think it allowed us to make something which is genuinely unique, something you can't find online, something that's never existed before. And what we've got here is something that we're really proud of. Just to wrap up, a couple of last things. Don't wait any longer. Don't fall into this when-then trap. People sometimes say to me, when I've got more time, I'm going to do this. But life doesn't work like that. The way that you get ahead is by taking action, not by waiting. And you've got an opportunity right now to take action on something that can make you more money, that can give you more freedom in your life. But you're the only one that can do it. I mean, I've tried to summarize as much as I could and help you make an informed decision over the last half hour. But at the end of the day, it's you that needs to click that button below. And I know it can be scary to do that, especially when you might feel like you're still a little bit confused or you don't understand how some things are going to work. But on the inside, you've got the luxury of finding that out later, because you can get your money back anytime in the first 30 days. If you're worried about time, we always say that people can get started and build this business with 5 hours per week. If you can't scrape together 5 hours per week, then I don't know what kind of an online business you're really going to be able to build out of that, because this is a real business. It's the fastest business that I know of. It's the most lucrative business of all the different businesses that Steve and I have got, and it's the one that gets the fastest results. And all we're asking you for is a few hours per week. So if time is an issue, I think you really have to ask yourself whether you're not willing to prioritize and just do what it takes to make this happen, because it's not difficult. There is a recipe. You're getting the ingredients and the tools. You're getting the coaching. You just need to implement. And again, it comes back to taking action. If you're worried about whether or not you are going to have the ability to do it, then I think you can rest. You can rest your mind in that regard, because this is not about ability. This is not about talent. It's about following the recipe. It's about a process that we've designed, and you're going to be able to reap the rewards of that amazing process. So again, there's only upside here. You've got everything to gain and nothing to lose. Chase your dreams. If you've failed in the past, it's not too late to make that breakthrough. The only people that I've ever seen that don't make their breakthrough online are the people that give up before the magic happens. So don't be the person that gives up before the magic happens. If you've failed in the past, give it another go. Don't stop trying. What we've got here is radically different. It's new. It's unlike anything that's come before. In fact, it's even radically different to what we were doing 12 months ago, because so much has changed. So I would love to work with you on the inside. Steve and I get a real kick out of hearing these success stories, getting the emails from people who have made their breakthroughs, who are getting their first sales, who have been able to quit their day jobs, and so on and so forth. And I know from experience that this is something that is real and can happen to you, because I've seen it happen to so many other Kibo members who have come in before you who didn't have access to all the new features and functionality and improved system that we've been discussing here today. So look, I hope you're able to make an informed decision about this. Don't wait any longer the clock is ticking and some people are going to miss out. This could shut down at any moment. We are getting very close to full capacity. So take the leap of faith, jump on in, take a look around, and I will see you on the inside.